Welcome today to the talk about the duties of personal representatives and how onerous it can be if you decide to take up that position, and what can be done to avoid the pitfalls and risks if you do decide to take responsibility and take out your grant. So we're going to have a look to start with. As a PR, what searches do I need to make for a will? How far do I go? What do I need to do to protect myself? We're going to have a look at Birtles, a really fascinating case that brings in the fact of DNA testing to find out if somebody is a beneficiary. Solvent estates are risky for personal representatives. If they do it wrong, they can be personal liability. And there are three options, I would say four options, to protect yourself as a PR, and we'll look at what they are in some detail. Executors are responsible for paying the IHT, and how can we minimise risk and avoid any penalties being imposed on the personal representative. Following on from talking about insolvent estates, we're also going to look at insolvent beneficiaries. What do we do if we are worried about having insolvent beneficiaries, or alternatively, what if we don't know? What steps should we be taking to reduce risk to us as we distribute the estate? Some beneficiaries want to receive their entitlement via a third party, and we'll consider the reasons why they might wish to do so and what the PR should do in relation to that. In relation to contentious probates, and obviously the number of contentious probates going through the courts is increasing, what role does the personal representative has to play in that? And if they don't fulfil their role correctly, are there personal liabilities that the personal representative can occur, and therefore caution is needed. And we're going to look at a couple of cases where caution wasn't used and the personal representatives end up significantly out of pocket. And across all this, we're going to have a theme of how do I minimise risk if I have decided to take up the role. And we're going to look at a lot of cases where the PRs have gone wrong. And in some cases, it's huge financial penalties, huge financial costs for the personal representative, which they needn't have occurred if they had done things differently. So let's start off